Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. We have a new story today about a little girl named Katy. Katy loves to play video games with her friends, and her grandmother doesn't understand what is so special about video games. Grandma usually comes over to visit twice a week, but Katy notices that she has not been around recently and asks her mom why. Grandma the Gamer. "Hi, Mom, I'm home," Katy said, throwing off her sneakers as she came in the door. "Hey, what's that I smell? Did you bake cookies again?" she said as she opened the box of cookies to grab a couple of her favorite kind, Smarties and chocolate. "If you keep teasing about that one time I baked cookies and they all burnt, you won't see any sweets in this house for a whole year," said her mother, pretending to be angry. "Just kidding, Mom." "How do they taste? They were on sale at the superstore, and I can't help buying things when they are on sale." "They taste great," Katy said as she poured herself a glass of milk. "Anyway, gotta go, got things to do," Katy said as she ran out of the kitchen towards her favorite place, her bedroom. "Make sure you have your homework done before you spend time playing with your friends online. And don't forget, Grandma is coming for dinner, so you need to come out for a visit. She misses you." "Don't worry, Mom. Finished my homework in class. It was just some easy math practice," yelled Katy from down the hall. Katy closed her door, turned on her string lights, settled into her comfy beanbag chair, and placed her milk and cookies beside her. This was her favorite time of day, the time when she got to build and explore worlds online with her friends. Katy loved playing video games, especially ones that allowed her to explore and build things. Her current favorite was Minecraft, but she would play many others. Often, she would play a new game just to explore that world and not even bother with all the other things the game would want you to do. Her friends were the same, something her mother initially found hard to believe. They all came home after school and would join each other's worlds and chat. Sometimes they would work together to build something. Right now, they were trying to recreate a medieval town that they had talked about in English. Katy was in charge of the stables. She loved cows, while her other friends were building the town square and inn. "Where's Katy?" Grandma asked. "She's in her room playing video games, I think, or she might be reading a book," replied Katy's mom. "Video games. I just don't understand. It's a nice spring day. Why isn't she outside hanging out with her friends?" "She talks to them online. Her group of friends are much the same. They hang out, Mom. It's just different than when I grew up. When I was her age, you had to walk home in the middle of a snowstorm while sharing shoes with Aunt Sophie?" interrupted Katy's mom with a laugh. "No," Grandma sighed. "I was going to say that I was involved in sports, would spend my time after school in practice, and was determined to show the boys who was the best athlete." "I know. Just kidding, Mom. She's into exploration through books and video games. We can't all have the same interests, Mom. She would rather spend time writing essays or solving math problems, than running on the track. I know, it just feels like we have nothing in common. We used to run on the track together when she was smaller. I don't think she really liked running, Mom. I think she just liked spending time with you. Yes, and I bake better cookies, Grandma said with a laugh, as Katy's mom pretended again to get upset. Hi, Mom, I'm home, Katy said as she kicked off her sneakers and ran into the kitchen. How come Grandma hasn't been over for dinner these past couple weeks? She usually comes at least twice a week. She told me she has been busy with some project lately and hasn't had time. You could call her on the telephone, say hello and ask her how she is doing. Telephone? What's that? That rectangle-shaped thing you always seem to be looking at whenever I see you? Oh, Mom, we don't use the phone app anymore. We just chat and stuff. You older. Katy's mother gave her a look. You and Grandma just don't understand apps and games and all this modern stuff. Uh-huh, said her mom. Anyway, gotta go, got things to do, Katy said as she ran out of the kitchen towards her bedroom. Since my friends don't feel like hanging out today, maybe I'll just, I think I'll explore some new worlds before dinner is ready, Katy thought. Before she went in search of an interesting server to join, she noticed that one of her friends seemed to be online, but had changed their gamer tag yet again. This time, using Grandma G 123456. Well, I guess I'll pop in. This is likely Ryan. He always likes to change his name. She spawned into the edge of a forest at the top of a high hill. Down below there was a stream with cows and sheep everywhere. She first went down to the stream, said hello to the cows. She always liked saying hello to the cows, even though they never said hello back, and looked around for any sign that Ryan had started building here. She couldn't see anything, but climbed and ran up the hill towards what looked like a torch placed at the side of a tree. She thought. Maybe this is where he might be making something. She got there in a flash and noticed a cobblestone path leading through the woods. Rabbits were everywhere. Filling worlds full of animals was always something that only I did, she thought. Ryan didn't usually like it when I did that because he said it caused the game to lag. Katy ran along the cobblestone path through the woods. It was a long path that would sometimes go right through a number of high hills, which Ryan had dug tunnels through. Katy loved tunnels because you just never knew what would appear on the other side. Running through the tunnel, she saw that the path led to a brightly colored building in the distance. It wasn't like Ryan to use crimson color building materials, she thought. And all that stained glass? He must be trying something new. Unless it was Tracy, but she had a math test to study for. Katy ran to the cottage and went inside. The inside had no treasure chests or even art on the walls, but there were stairs heading to a room below. She hopped down the stairs and saw a minecart there on a rail. To the left was a crimson sign that read, "Hop in the cart for a ride to my kingdom." Sounds good to me, Katy thought. She pressed ride and off she went. First, it took her straight down just like a roller coaster. The only roller coasters that Katy liked to ride were the kind experienced in video games, so this was fun for her. The cart veered left and then veered right, and then started up a long tunnel with torches providing light. Wow, Ryan or Tracy or someone in the game really put a lot of effort into making tunnels, she thought. She came out of the tunnel and was riding high up above a forest. Below, she could see more cows and rabbits, and sheep, parrots, llamas, and even a polar bear. So many animals, she thought. This is kind of awesome. In the distance, she could see her destination, and it looked beautiful. It was a large train station, very similar to the one they have at Disneyland, except it was high up in the sky. After she arrived, she hopped out of her cart and went to a set of long, winding stairs that led to the most amazing village she had ever seen. It had a castle, stables, many houses and streets, a library, a hotel, and what looked like a bakery. Curiously, it also had what looked like a running track. She walked to the town square and opened a chat. "This place is super awesome, guys. Which one of you built it?" she typed. "I did," G said in the chat. "Come meet me in the bakery and have some cookies that I baked today." "Coming right over," Katy typed, and she ran over to the bakery. "What's up with the new nickname, Ryan? And good job on creating this awesome town." "Oh dear, this isn't Ryan. It's Grandma," Grandma typed. "What?" typed Katy. "Is it really you, Grandma?" Katy laughed in the chat. "Yes, I thought I would try out these video games you talk about. Us old people can learn these technology things too, you know." "This is so fun, Grandma. Is this the project that Mom mentioned you were working on?" "Yes, I guess it took me a week or so. I can see why you like it. It's fun to make things here and learn all the rules." "So, do you think you can help me add more buildings to my town?" "I would love to, Grandma. And maybe when I come over for dinner, you can teach me how to use what is called the recipe book and other tips." "Sure, and I can introduce you to the other games we all play." "Do you play Roblox?" typed Grandma. "I have played it. Why? Are you playing that too?" "Yes, I created a game where you have to run really fast and find and collect cookies. Maybe we can play that together too." "You're amazing, Grandma. Maybe we can play that together when you come over for dinner next time." "Speaking of dinner, Mom is calling me to eat, so I better go." "Okay, dear. Love you." "Love you too, Grandma." And that is the end of the story. Good night. Sleep tight.